Hello and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project on YouTube. So in this video, it will replace a previous video as well with no audio. So this one will have my voiceover commentary. So it's comparing Raiden Shogun with the upcoming unreleased Kokomi, who will be releasing in the next week, basically, in the next few days, actually. So this will not contain any leaked data because I didn't look at it anyway for Kokomi because I'm not that interested in her personally. But from my Raiden Shogun, just as an example, currently she's 89 out of 90. I'm just leaving a little bit of room there because I'm still trying to bring up her companionship as well. She's not the most strongest Raiden Shogun out there, of course. I'm playing around with her different artifacts still, so I'm not set on it yet. Right now, her crit rate is 46. I'm trying to bring it over 50 if possible. Her crit damage is 151. Her energy recharge is 217. So I'm trying to play around with different things. Okay, and then right now, just depending on her team composition, that's why it's showing that resistance there. So I did get two engulfing lightnings, and I did end up refining them together. Please look at my other video discussing whether or not you should refine your 5-star weapons. Because I talk about this in there as well, of course, as one of the examples. So anyway, with that being said, she has an R2 one. I'm not going further. I'm not one of those mega whales or giga chats that's going to go to the R5 and to the C6 or whatever. Okay. So artifact-wise, she is using a 4-piece emblem. I gave her a noblesse feather as an off-piece, but I might be switching it back. I'm just playing around with different stats because this is 16 because I'm trying to level it up and see if I might be lucky and see if I can get it to give her a little bit of a crit rate bonus. Because this gives her more crit damage because it's 20% on this piece. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, so I'm trying to min-maxing her basically, min-maxing her. Now, I did have an actual emblem piece, feather, that was on her previously, this one. I just took it off just to see. This is 20 already, and the crit rate is higher, but the crit damage is lower. So anyway, I'm just trying to min-max her. The leftover piece will be given to somebody else afterward anyway, so I am rocking a Electro bonus, and I was lucky to get this recently. I kept farming that domain over and over and over. I'm sure all of you can understand. It takes forever to get pieces with decent substats that can also roll decently as well, and the main stat that you want to, right? Same with this. I've only gotten one crit rate emblem piece, and it had crap stats. So I had to fodder that. And I've never since got another crit rate piece, but I was lucky to get a crit damage piece. But we'll see. Because that's why I'm trying to min-max her crit rate. Anyway, that aside, she is currently C3. And in my previous other video, I also mentioned why I would go for Constellations for her, so check that out as well. So I discussed in general and my experience of Constellations for 5-star characters and whether or not you should do it. So basically, in this case, I really like using Raiden Shogun. I feel that she is a more OP version of Oz for Fischl, basically, because of her E, the extra slashes that she comes out with. And I feel that as an Archon, she definitely has longevity moving forward in the game, just like how Zhongli and Venti have major longevity, whereas the other characters, with the exception of some supports, a lot of the other DPS-based characters do come and go, and they get replaced or power crept, etc. You'll still use them, but they don't become like your main focus anymore, right? Because that's just how the games work. So for her, I was willing to go ahead and invest into her constellations. Now, again, a caveat and disclaimer: do not go for constellations if it's not, within your finances to do so. Don't feel obligated to. Again, she is very powerful at C0 already, so you do not need to feel that you need to get her up there. But I just wanted the extra damage for her, and since I was already like making her stronger already, I decided to go ahead and give her the second engulfing lightning, which I was very fortunate for rolling. Check out that video where I was able to get two back to back. Now in that video, I do want to put this disclaimer out there. I think it did get cut off at that moment, but in my description I did mention that there. So, and then talent-wise, she's basically eating all of my La Senora pieces. So my Kujo Sara and my Aloy are only 666 for all her talents, and right now I've just put all of them into her. So she's just basically one away from getting crowned. I'm actually very much considering crowning her next week once La Senora comes back around, so we can kill her again and get her pieces. Because it takes two pieces for crowning in this case, and also she would only give you 2 pieces of whatever it is, and then you would need the dream solvent to make these flowers. Obviously, there are the rare occasions where you can get 3 weekly boss drops if you, I don't know what you have to do to satisfy those requirements, but it is very RNG. I'd be willing to give Raiden Shogun, my crown here, because I hardly ever crown any of my characters. That's going to be a future video discussing crowns. But long story short, it's only for characters that you really enjoy using or that you really feel the need for. So yeah, and I do want to eventually level up her main normal attack to 8 as well. That's going to take some time, of course, because we are gated right now by La Senora pieces. I want to level up her E to 9. I'm not sure that I want to crown these though, but I definitely will be crowning her alt. That is my plan. So my Kujosara and my Aloy will be suffering for basically many more months, I guess, because at this rate, it's not going to be very many pieces to get. So we'll see. And then obviously after that, and then we know Kokomi's coming, and she'll be also needing La Senora pieces. So also, if you're interested, check out my other video about Aloy after using and building her a little bit, okay? So this video is 2 parts. So it's about Raiden Shogun versus Kokomi. So right now, I don't have the Kokomi stuff on the screen for you, but what I will say is that the majority of her usage is that she is a healer. That is official, that MiHoYo has confirmed. She is not going to benefit from any crit rate or crit stats. So it's going to be very interesting. She will scale off of HP, I believe, and I'm not sure if she's going to also scale off of attack, but for sure HP and healing bonuses or something like that, right? So then, with that being said, that makes her very similar to Barbara, with the exception that Barbara can use crit stats. My Barbara is not leveled up, and I don't plan to level her up because I do have other healers. Now, my previous video did talk about this, but unfortunately the mic settings were not good. So this video will replace that video. That video will be deleted. Plus, this video has more updated information now that the new Abyss has reset for this cycle. And a lot of YouTubers are already throwing out those videos saying that Chi-Chi's gonna be like OP now, etc. And all the healers. That is true for stage or floor 11. I completed the Spiral Abyss yesterday. I finished all up to 12-3. I did not get 36 stars in my basically first run / retries of a few stages just because of the mechanics issue. But then I got 34 to 36. I've never gotten 36 to be very honest with you. But regardless, I am a daily casual gamer and I honestly feel that it's okay. I'm willing to just let it go with that. So I can probably try to go get 36 this time around. I just need to perfect my time. It's not that I can't beat it. It's because I need the time to be better. Now, but for floor 11, that is the only floor that we're talking about that concerns Kokomi. That one requires lots of healing. And how I did it was I brought basically my Jean, who is one of my favorite characters because she's well balanced. My Sayu, which I really love as well. She's like a mini Jean. So her plus Jean plus of course we need our Benny boy, right, for the heals, right? Those 3 were enough to heal my team. I also brought in Diona just for overkill, just for shielding as well on my second team. So those are the 4 characters that I used, in addition to other, of course, DPS type characters. I passed her. Yeah, so basically, yeah. So for floor 11, I think that as long as you have decently built up healers, you should be fine. And just similar to some recent event, that Hyakunin Iki event, where you have to quick swap, like you know how like you have to keep on swapping your characters because otherwise they do no damage anymore, right? Remember you had 8 teams of 2, right? So similar idea, you just need to keep swapping because while one of them is on field, the other ones are draining their life because of the corrosion aspect. It's actually not that bad. So in a way, that Hyakunin Iki was a way to prepare you or prepare everyone for the current new Abyss. So then my summary is this. Will I be polling for Kokomi? Yes, I will, because I like collecting the characters. Will I be going for her constellations? I'm not sure yet. I don't even know what they do, to be very honest. Will I go for it? Maybe, maybe not, because she is, after all, a healer. Now, is it okay to stack your healer that much, like to go and get her constellations? I don't know if it's necessary, to be very honest. Like, for example, Chi-Chi, my constellations, these are all because of losing 50-50 or getting them from the standard banner, because that's where she's from, right? So, like, I've never really thought that it really was a big difference. Of course, now Chi-Chi's constellations are not well designed. However, like, Kokomi should be better designed, but I don't know that you need to for healers. healers. Now that being said, though, the healers that we do get as 4 stars, you can usually get them to C6 as you play if you play long enough and or pull on banners, right? So my long story short is, am I going to go for Kokomi? I will for collection purposes. Will I go for Constellations? I have to wait and see, but likely it's no. Will I go for Kokomi's banner for her weapon? No, because that weapon seems to be, and this was released by MiHoYo already. That weapon, and it's available in the preview section of your notifications. That weapon seems to be only for her, like it's HP scaling. While Barbara and Diona, while Barbara, the other Catalyst user, can scale off of HP, she doesn't need it because most people put Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers on Barbara, right? So there are no other Catalyst users that scale off of HP that you would need to. There's also a free 4-star that is craftable, the Prototype Amber, which I don't own, which also is a HP bonus substat. So it's going to be very interesting to see how other players use Kokomi in that situation. So what I will say is, should you pull for Raiden or Kokomi? If that's the case, you should pull for Raiden if you haven't done so already. Her banner will be leaving in a few days after this weekend. Should you go for Constellations for Raiden? I personally think it's a yes. But again, please do go with what you're financially comfortable with. And yes, a Raiden at C0 is very strong already. So do you need Raiden to get her Engulfing Lightning? No, you don't. And that will be another video that I'll be redoing as well, comparing the weapons for her. So Engulfing Lightning, Skyward Spine, as well as the Catch. So stay tuned for that video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, or please throw me a like, follow me, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and I'll see you in the next one. I will be re-recording a lot of my previously not well recorded videos with no voice audio, and also cutting down the duration as well. And in addition, I will be creating more content as well. So please stay tuned. Thank you.